apologize, I wasn't present the past few lessons, but I trust the teacher has closed off the chapter. Yeah. Maybe I'll close out the chapter formally before we move on to the next one. In our previous chapter, we were learning about biodiversity of life. Yeah. If you look at page 34, you see various objectives that we've covered. We learned about the characteristics of living things. Not sure if you can still remember the 8. Then we went on to learn how to construct and use dichotomous keys. Yeah, I'm referring to page 34 if you're wondering. Yeah, I'm looking through the learning objectives. Page 34. Okay. So we started off by learning about the characteristics of living things. We then went on to learn how to construct and use dichotomous keys. We also learned about the 3 levels of biodiversity, from genetic to species to ecosystems. And I trust that the teachers that were with you, they went through the importance of biodiversity, or maybe I did a bit of that, and also the reasons for why our animals and plants are going extinct. Yeah? That is the diversity of life. You can expect that, has the teacher asked you to do the RE? Yes, did she ask you to complete it? So have you all completed, or I did not set a time for you all to complete by?
Completed already. That was our homework. We were supposed to complete it.
I mean, you all totally completed it?
Yeah.
Even go through already?
No.
Or not yet? Okay, why have you not gone through yet?
Question 1.
The question 1 now. Okay, but you all need the dichotomous key one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will go through it another day. Alright, today we're going to move on to a new chapter, and this new chapter involves using a lot of measuring instruments. This new chapter is called The Diversity of Matter by its Physical Properties. That's on page 53. You can tell by your faces that some of you are very excited to get to use instruments today. Some of these instruments on your table are very expensive. I mean, they used to be expensive already, but we've gotten new ones that are even more expensive. Just a generation before, your seniors were using instruments that were not digital in nature. Meaning to say, okay, I'll tell you about them when it comes to fruition. Okay, so we are starting off on page 53. Today we're going to learn about diversity of matter by physical properties. We started off the year of diversity of life. Now we're going to look at the diversity and all the various properties of living and non-living things. Things that we can measure. Alright, that's where we're going next. You notice that we are starting off your JH1 journey with diversity. We want to learn how broad and wide things are. And now we're going to go from the diversity of life to the diversity of things we can measure. Okay? And so let's go to page 55 of the textbook. Okay. Okay, on page 55 of the textbook, we're just going to start off with a quick introduction to measurements. When we look at measurements, in reality, there are always 2 parts to a measurement. The first part is a numerical value. You can highlight that. And the second part is the unit. And I think these are not unfamiliar to you. You've done this in primary school. What are some examples of measuring instruments you've used before in primary school? Ruler, okay? Everyone has a ruler? So you've used a ruler before. Other than a ruler, what other things have you used before in primary school to measure things?
Protractor.
You use what? Light sensor. Wow, goodness. Okay, that is more than I expected. Okay, light sensors. Anything else? Protractor. Good. Protractor that to measure what? Angles. Anything else you use?
Movement sensor.
What in the world? Okay, I use movement sensor, light sensor when I was only in JC. You are amazing. Samuel? What? Cylinder. What kind? Measuring cylinder you also used before. Okay, I only started using it in secondary school. Yeah? Sound sensor. Okay, you are using instruments that I only got to use when I was in JC. Things are really moving down to pass to you all when you are in primary school. Today, we're going to learn how to measure 3 different things. And I think you've already learned how to measure these things before, but you may not have used these instruments before, and that's what we're going to teach you today. And so, all measured things, all things we can measure has a numerical value and a unit. Look at checkpoint 1, and we look at the great white shark. could you identify in the white box which is the numerical value and which is the unit? Okay. Alright, and I hope you can tell that the numerical value is 6.50. The unit in this case is meters. You will find today, as we go about using all the instruments, that all of the things we're going to measure is going to come with two things. One is the number part, and the second one is the unit. Right? And the units will differ depending on what measuring instruments we're going to be using. Alright, so now we're going to skip. Let's skip all the way to page 59, because I want to start off this chapter immediately by doing. Okay, so page 59 onwards is what we're going to be using today. In your time now, I'd like you to just quickly flip through the practical worksheet that you have in your hands. Okay, the practical worksheet. May I just get you to quickly glance through all the pages so you have a rough idea of what we'll be doing. Okay, let us begin. The lesson today will go something like that. Okay, I'd like to introduce you first to all the apparatus you have on your table. Every practical worksheet you'll get, you see at the very top, you see the word apparatus. Can you see that? Okay, every practical worksheet will come with that. The apparatus tells you what instruments you'll be using for the day. So let's introduce to you all the items you have today. Number one. Okay, when I call out the instrument, I would like you to raise it up into the air so we know that you have the item. Number one, the meter rule. Meter rule. Very good. Some of you are raising up high to see how high it goes. Okay, the meter rule. Okay, go Samuel. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, place that down. Okay, I'm sure you've used a ruler before, but have you used a ruler this long before? Yes. Alright, okay. Your primary school has spoiled everything for me, yeah? Okay, next. Can you look for the stopwatch? Have you used a stopwatch in school before? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, next one. Test tube. Used before in primary school? Yes. Okay, who never used before in primary school? Test tube. Wow. Wow, why your primary school like that? Huh? Okay, next. 250 ml beaker. Got it? Okay, good. Okay, next one. The next instrument you do not have on your table is at the side. I'd like everyone to have a look at the side now where I'm at. On the side I'm at, this is called a mass balance. The function of a mass balance. Yes, thank you. Say weighing scale. Okay, Isaac, thank you. This is called a mass balance. It is a very high-tech weighing scale. You can weigh things down to a very, very small amount. Okay? No, it's not vacuum inside. Okay, okay, maybe I should take it in front and you all can see. Okay, this instrument is extremely expensive. So I'll just roughly tell you how it works. Later on, that once I switch it on, you'll see that the light comes on. How do you use this instrument? You will see that there's this button over here with an O and a T. Okay, with an O and a T. Can see? Okay, doesn't mean overtime. O and a T. Wait. Okay, I think I got it wrong. It's not O, it's a 0. Here, a 0 and a T. A 0 and a T. And the word over there says tear. What does this do? It does this. Right before you measure anything, you must press this button first so that it makes everything turn into 0. Okay? Why must you do that? Because you never know. Inside this measuring scale, there may be one hair that dropped there, you also don't know. And they may be messing with your readings. So just press this tear so everything turns to 0 before you measure. How do you measure things? You can put things inside the measuring scale in two ways. You can open the top. I guess it's been taped. Okay, no, you cannot open the top. You can open the side. Okay, so if you want to open it, you see the side, there's a handle, you just slide it. Okay? Once you slide it open, you can put it in. Let's see how I slide this open. It seems to be stuck. I shall not force it. Yeah, there's tape. Okay? So you can only put it in via the sides, yeah? As you can see, there's a size limit. There are some things you cannot put inside. Yeah? Yes, Samuel? Or why put this cover, is it? Yes, okay, so this measuring scale is extremely sensitive to the point that even a gust of wind, or if you blow onto it, it will measure something. Okay, so it's that sensitive. That's why we need to have this box on top to cover it all so that it doesn't measure random things. Okay, next item. Okay, I want you to get creative on how you're going to find out this item. Yes?
How much does that cost?
I don't know how much it costs. Probably more than 2 months of my pay. Okay? Okay, now sensitive topic. Okay. Some are being recorded. Later everyone wants to compare. Okay, next. Okay, I'd like you to find a digital caliper. Okay? Digital caliper. If you don't know what digital caliper is, you can flip through a textbook. Once you think you found a digital caliper, can you raise it up into the air? Okay, you are right. That is the digital caliper. Can you pick it up? Okay, this instrument is extremely expensive. That's not a digital caliper. It's less than that, but still very expensive. You all cannot afford it one. Okay? Okay? So, you can borrow from Megan. The digital caliper comes with a few buttons. Okay, everyone, can you huddle together to look at the digital caliper? Okay, share the instrument. Yeah, so for this group, you all see. Okay, so you have a few buttons. Listen. Number 1, the red button on off. Simple, you know what its function is, to switch it on or off. Okay, when you press it, you can on or switch off. Next, you see the word 0. Okay, the word 0 has the same function as the T0 function on the measuring scale. When you press that, everything turns to 0 before you measure. Understand? Next, you see the button on top, mm or inch. So there are two different units that this measuring instrument has. I want you to always use mm. Inch is for the Westerners to use. Okay? We use mm, yeah? Okay, next, I would like you to try this. The digital caliper can open and close. Alright? Watch what I'm doing. Can open and close. That's how you measure things. So for example, okay, if I want to measure this speaker, what I can do is I can put it here and I close the instrument and it will give me a measurement. That's how we use this vernier caliper, digital one. Okay? You could just use ruler, right? Samuel saying you could just use ruler. So honestly, we have many instruments to measure the same kind of measurement, right? For example, for length, I could use a ruler, I could use this. But, you know, if the thing I'm measuring is small, why go to the trouble of using this big thing to measure one small beaker? Correct? Or you could use a smaller ruler, or I'm showing you this new instrument, you can use this. I have just one request, when you use this, slide it slowly. If you slide it too fast, you may snap it. The moment you snap it, I'm going to come look for you and your parents. You all need to pay. Okay?
So how much is it?
I don't know how much it is, but I know it's very expensive. If
If
I to estimate, I think it will go up into the thousands. Okay, next up.
200 yeah.
Okay, there's another way you can use the vernier caliper. You see, you can either measure things this way, where you do this, and you can measure things in between, or alternatively, you see that there are these two things on top. You can use it to measure things on the inside. So for example, the beaker is like that. I could measure the inside diameter. Yeah? So this instrument could do a few things. Because how in the world are you going to measure the internal diameter of this beaker? Last thing this instrument can do is pretty cool. You could use it to measure depth of things. So you see, do you see this little stick coming out? Right, when you push it, you could use it to measure the depth of things. Yeah? So for example, like that. Now I know the exact depth of this beaker. So this instrument is powerful. It can measure 3 different ways. Got it? Okay, so that's why it's expensive. However, you see that there are limits. You see that there's a limit to how far this can pull, right? I do not want you to pull beyond that. So don't go about trying to measure each other's head. Okay? Some people say that just too big. You try to measure it, you will break this thing. But Xavier's head is pretty small. Okay, but small head is not indication of brain size. Okay, so Xavier's head circumference is 121.5 mm. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to switch it off now. Okay, next instrument, I would like you to take out the digital micrometer screw gauge. This instrument is even more expensive than the one that I just showed you. Okay, please take it out now. Okay, class, listen. Listen. You can tell my voice is not quite very good. You'll find again 3 buttons. Always the colors are the same. Okay, the colors are the same but the function will be different. You see on off? The yellow one is on off. You can see a yellow button. Share, huddle around. Next, you can see the blue button. Again, you can convert inch of mm. But we Asian country, we use mm. Next, you can see red. Red is reset. So if you press red, you will turn all to 0. Every time you want to measure something, press all to 0 first. Okay, next, the micrometer screw gauge is very fragile. How is it fragile? You notice that if you turn this screw in a certain way, this part of the micrometer screw gauge will start to open up. You see it's opening up? Okay, I would like you to try. You can try to open it up. Honestly, opening up is not the problem. Okay? The time when students break this instrument is when they do this, is when they close it. You know why? When they close it, sometimes they close too hard. There's a limit on, if after you close and it hit the top, you try to screw any more, you damage this whole thing. You know why? On the top and bottom of these 2 clamps, there's a very sensitive sensor. If you were to clamp it too hard, you'll damage the sensors. Okay? So whatever you do, the bottom line is, just be extremely gentle. The moment you hit the limit, just stop already. Okay, be extra careful. It means also this, if I want to measure, let's say, the thickness of something, and you put something in between, and you start to close it, the moment you feel it touch, don't do it anymore. So Xavier, you raise your ruler. I'm going to now measure the diameter, the thickness of this ruler. I'm going to put the ruler in between, and I'll slowly close it. Okay? But the moment I start to feel some tension, I'm going to stop. Oh, okay, I feel the tension. Xavier, let go. And it holds. Don't try to squeeze it anymore. The harder you squeeze, you will damage the sensors. Okay? But this instrument, as you can tell, I'm going to let go up, measures very thin things. I cannot possibly measure Xavier's head this way. Yeah? Okay? So, what is the task for today? You will find that I'm going to ask you to measure different things. Your task is to choose the correct instrument. Right? If I ask you to measure the diameter of one small little strand of hair, which instrument are you going to use? If I ask you to weigh a chair, how are you going to weigh it? I tell you, if anyone of you put a chair in that measuring balancing scale, right, my mind will blow. You damage that thing, right? Okay, so let's begin our practical today. You have your worksheets. Can you all take your worksheets now?
So I found out the price of the tea.
How much?
The one in the one before is around 100 to 2,000.
100 to 2,000. Goodness. I got say, can you use the phone? I got say, can you use your phone? Never, right? Okay. Please keep all your phones in your pockets. Yeah, so that you don't get tempted. Let's begin our practical today. Each instrument, I'll give you 10 minutes to measure things. You all are JH1s, correct? Okay, I don't know why. When it comes to this activity, the most common thing I'll see, apart from breaking the instrument and then having to pay a lot and me having to call your parents, the second most favorite thing I always see is that you all start arguing with each other. You all are primary school kids, you know. One instrument don't know how to share. Start to pull and snatch. Mind blowing eh. Okay, so you are sec 1s already, don't do that kind of thing. Okay? Don't need to pull and snatch. Okay? Okay, let's start off with our first activity on page 1. Everyone look at page 1. I'm going to give you some time now to do this activity. Okay, I would like everyone to try this activity now. Listen, listen. Listen. The first instrument we're going to use is to measure time. The stopwatch. Please take that out now. Page 1. I would like you to look at task number 2. I want everyone to give this a try. You only have one try at this, Okay? Everyone only has one try at this. Okay, now I would like you to switch on the stopwatch and set it to 0. Okay, everyone has one try, Okay, who is the first person who's going to try in your group? Raise your hand now. You. Okay, after that friend is done, then you pass it on to the next friend, okay? So the task is this. I want you to get exactly 205. Okay? Let's see who in the group can get 205. Okay, each person I give you 2 tries. Okay, ready? And start. It's not 205. Okay, get 205 then. Let's go. Let me see.
Already?
Wow, okay, Joshua got it. Okay, pass on to the next person. Everyone try, everyone try.
Bro, one of them. Teacher, he takes so many questions. Bro. Teacher, he still this stuff. Bro.
Must get 205. 2.05.
205. Anyone other than Joshua? No.
The moment you
You got it? Nikhil got it? Oh, okay, no. 205, 205. You got it? 20. Wow, okay. Tyson got it? Yeah, okay, 2 people got it.
That's the kind of thing I do on long car rides.
Has everyone given a go? Okay, can you raise your hand if you've not managed to try? Okay, so just one more. Xavier 2 times. Pass on already. Okay, while all of you are waiting, may I get you to do question 1? What is the purpose of stopwatch? Okay, just a quick one. What's the purpose of the stopwatch? Okay, just write down what's the purpose of the stopwatch. Okay, then the question asks, how should the value of stopwatch be recorded? Okay, I would like you to record using a decimal place. So for example, just now, you see in your stopwatch 205, actually you should record without a two dots, just record with 1 dot, and after that, 05.
So what do you write for it?
Yes, okay, you can write down 2.05.
Wait, do we put the value that we got, or do we?
Up to you, okay, because we just, so that as long as you can remember how to write down time. Okay, I just want you to remember, don't write it down with the 2 colon. It's just 1 decimal place will do. Okay? So the important thing here is that you use decimal place. Okay? Okay, so then the question for you is was it an easy task, number 3, to get exactly 2.05? Not exactly an easy task, right? And you'll find that all of you, even though you're asked to get exactly 205, everyone got slightly different numbers, right? Actually, everyone had errors. No matter how hard you try, all of you will be slightly different because your reaction time is slightly different. So there's a lot of errors here. We call these errors random errors. You see that blank in question number 3? You see the blank in question number 3? I'd like you to write down random errors. Such errors that give rise to a scatter of readings, that means a variety of readings, is called random error. You will encounter this a lot as we go by your experiments. Okay, the next activity I would like everyone to try, okay, you just need to do once, is to find out what your human reaction time is. Okay, how do you tell your human reaction time? This is all you need to do, Yes, okay, as Sishuen is doing, you restart the stopwatch to 0, then all you do is this, you press start, press stop as fast as possible. Then you check the reading. That reading there is how fast you can react. Okay, I'll let everyone to try now. And then write down your human reaction time. Okay? Yes, okay? Everyone, please try now. Start, stop, and write down your human reaction time. Then pass the stopwatch to the next person. Okay, please write down your human reaction time once done. Okay. Oh, and so you really went all out. Felt like your face was going to go red. Just to start and stop.
Can I check it? I wanna hold it like that. It's like $30.
Okay? Who here has not gotten their human reaction time? Okay. For the last activity for time, you listen? Okay. Last question for the stopwatch. Question 5. What is the precision of the stopwatch? Okay. What is the precision of the stopwatch? You'll find that your stopwatches can measure up to 2 decimal. You all learn decimal place in primary school?
Yeah.
Okay. So your stopwatch can measure up to 2 decimal places. Yeah? Okay. That is the precision of the stopwatch. However, when next time I ask you to write down any measurement from now onwards, can you only write up to 1 decimal place?
Round off.
Okay? Yeah, you can round off. I just want you to write up to 1 decimal place. Okay, here's the reason why. Okay? You notice when I ask all of you to press 205, it is quite impossible for you to press 205, right? That's because the very last number of the stopwatch, there's something, right, that's very hard for you to press. Okay? That value, right, is not going to be very significant to you as a measurement. Okay? Because it's just so much error there. So we will not take that reading anymore for the last number. From now onwards, can you just leave all your measurements using a stopwatch to 1 decimal place? Is that okay? So that means to say, can you convert your own human reaction time to 1 decimal place now? So what is your human reaction time to convert it to 1 decimal place?
I'm gonna round it up.
Okay, whose human reaction time is 0.1? Who is 0.2? Goodness, it says 0.3. It says 0.4. Okay, so our human reaction time is around this range of values. Yeah? Can you get better with practice? Of course you can. Alright? Okay, so that's our first instrument, but I want to spend more time using the more complicated instruments. Let's go to page 2. Okay, page 2. I'm going to give your group 10 minutes to accomplish these tasks. All of you can split up the job if you want to. Okay, but you only have 10 minutes to complete the task. And this is the task. I would like you to measure the mass of a pen, 100 ml of water. Where can you get water from? There are taps at the side and in the teacher's table in front. I would like you to find a way to measure the mass of your chair.
I'll get my screwdriver.
Oh, chair.
Okay? You can estimate if you want. Last but not least, a strand of hair. Got it? Okay? Okay, class, you have only 10 minutes.
How long the hair?
Sorry?
How long the hair?
Any hair, any hair.
Okay.
Okay, class, listen. Listen. Class, can I give you 1 minute to discuss first? Who wants to do what? And then I'm going to flag off 10 minutes.
We estimate.
Which one? The what? Oh, okay. Isaac asks, do you estimate the mass? I would like you, as far as possible, to measure it using the measuring scale over there. And if you cannot use the measuring scale, this is what you can do. You can estimate. Find a way to estimate. Okay? So you have 10 minutes. Everyone knows what they're going to do each. Xavier, did I ask you to start yet? Please come back to the table. Okay? Okay. It's going to get a bit messy, so you can queue up later on. Okay, you know what? Actually, since it's going, I only have one of those, right? Let's speed things up also. Let's go to page 3. We'll do a few things at once. Okay, page 3. I would also like all of you to measure all the things in question 10. Internal diameter of test tube, external diameter of test tube, depth of test tube, height of the chair, thickness of a strand of hair. Okay? So right now we have two things to measure. Number one is mass on page 2, and on page 3 will be length. Okay, I'm going to delegate up. Samuel's group, Chloe's group, and Dee's group. Could I get you to use the to do page 2 first? Okay, you have 10 minutes to do page 2. Next, Isabel's group, Karthik's group, and Yin Yao's group. You will be doing page 3 first for 10 minutes. Okay? I'd like you to work together to accomplish the task. You only have 10 minutes. Okay, your time starts now. Okay, please watch the time carefully. You only have 10 minutes.
Mr. Tan, is the water meant to be like this?
Okay, then don't. I don't know why it's not supposed to be like that. Okay, can you get from my front? Yeah,
Oh my God!
I can see a friend.
not strict. You're not strict.
You have 6 minutes left to measure. Okay, the only thing I don't want to see is you put the chain there. 5 minutes left. Oh, you managed to measure the head?
What do you mean by I know? What's that? Where do you start?
Samuel, please put down the chair. Okay, so what? Okay, please wait the timer, 5 more minutes. My dears, I changed the chairs from a swivel one to this one so that you all don't spin on the spot, but now you are carrying the chairs around.
Oh my, hey!
Oh, you're testing the weight. Okay, I understand now. So how will you estimate the weight? How you tell? Is that weight? Cannot. You have to find the weight. No. I see students saying you find a weight out. Using each other.
No, I do here. This is the seat.
Don't worry, I'll give you a stand.
You want me to use it? You measure the hair? Minutes, as a team, you should share your answers.
Is that what does this look like?
Your mom.
去的跑步。哎，你来咯，哎呀，我最爱你了。Em về về lên thấy.
In your last minute, okay, in the last minute, you should share your answers with each other before you go on to your next stage.
But you can be my double. I can't even hold it. You can have a treat. Oh shit, oh shit. Hi. Oh my god, I got it recorded saying we're going to die. Oh my god, they recorded me saying, oh my god. What? I mean, asking Jerry is gonna be like Valentine.
Hey yo!
Huh?
Ask Jerry gonna be like Valentine.
He was recorded here. He was like, will you be my Valentine?
Okay, last minute. Okay, in your next 10 minutes, you will swap. Half of you will be measuring, half of you will be using the maths. Okay, stand by. Once this minute is up, you will swap. Okay, so by the end of today, before PE, you would have done all your measurements and we'll discuss again our points in the next lesson.
Let's turn into a sticker, guys. Bro, stop.
Last 30 seconds before the big swap. Oh, the thickness of your hair. Oh, because it breaks, right? Yeah, so just now that group right there, they were working together. One person hold the hair, one person slowly turn it so they don't break it. Last 10 seconds, stand by for the swap.
Oh my god, the grapes.
Oh, they did it.
Okay, now swap over. Quick, you have 10 minutes.
This thing recorded me saying. This thing recorded me saying, Daryl, will you be my Valentine? Wait till I turn it around. Hey, Daryl, give me my Valentine. Yeah, sure, bro. Hey, I'm not cutting, ah. Wait, what? I thought Daryl was where's Zenny Zen Zen? What? Where's Zenny Zen? The height of my chair.
Oh, you disgusting.
Seven more minutes.
I want to turn it to
About 88.5 cm.
Hey guys,
6 more minutes.
Did you delete the slow-mo?
Is this one more again?
No, did you delete the last one?
Huh?
Did you delete the last time?
Because the no one's yeah. Why?
You wanna try again? You wanna try again?
let's turn Isabel into another
6
stick.
more minutes to measure. After that, no more chance to use up.
Oh my god, you guys never off it.
On the weight of the chair.
Hey, goodness. Very good. I like the mouth. Four more minutes.
Do you wanna try it?
Ah, how?
Try.
No, I don't wanna get it.
It's very on YouTube, you know. Yeah.
Careful.
Hello guys, this video is sponsored by Rage Shadow Lecture.
No.
Wait, hey, you what?
You don't ask me after you start using
What do you say?
ZO is the best site to
Would you like $4 a double and you give it to the next person?
Three more minutes.
Post that on YouTube.
I know.
It will be posted on YouTube.
It's okay. It's not gonna be bro.
This is Isabel here. She did it.
ZO is the best site to Isabel is very cute.
Hey, what time is your key? 9, okay. That means to release your.
The Samsung processor so fine.
Okay, last 2
I love
minutes
this
before I need
concept.
to release you so that you are in time
Isabel
for
is super nice. Happy Valentine's Day.
You better not be doing a TikTok dance in front of the.
有问题这个 problem。
Oh my god, go run, go run. It's the time, go run.
Science is fun with bio.
Okay, last 2 minutes.
Isabel Annabelle is currently doing ASMR. I have absolutely no idea why.
Okay, last minute. Everyone go back to your seats. Now, Zen, why are you using your phone?
I'm feeling them.
Okay, please go back to your seats now.
Wait, this thing
Some
can
groups
go
of
back.
individuals sharing answers. Some groups are just bad. Okay, come on, come. In this last minute, if you're not doing anything, can I get you to pick up? Okay, put all the instruments back into the box. Okay, please put everything back into the box. Okay, I do not want water inside the beaker.
But there's water inside the measuring.
Huh? Where? How much did you drink? Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. I see some of you helping. Okay, last 30 seconds. Once the time is up, I need some silence. I think the national anthem may be playing. National anthem play. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Okay, because I think the national anthem will be playing soon. Can I get everyone to put their characters inside the box? I'm just going to let your PM know we are still at that. We'll do national anthem here. Yeah, I know. So immediately after I need to release you already. Okay, 106 is at I don't think you all can run back in time for national anthem. You can. Okay, everyone, please pack up your books first. Pack up your books. Okay, then we just, okay, these are Sia and Garrett. Okay, this worksheet, can I get you to complete all the blanks that you have not filled? Okay, so you've done your measurements. Now I'd just like you to fill in all the other questions which we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, not tomorrow, next lesson. Okay, just stand by to leave. We'll wait for the national anthem.